Hi guys, I've just returned from a pick your own farm with lots of fresh vegetables and fruit. So I thought I'd make you a fresh vegetable pasta. It's a really simple dish because you don't want to do too much to these freshly picked vegetables. You want to taste them at their peak flavor. I'll be using 1 eggplant, 2 green bell peppers, 1 tomato, 1 medium red onion, 5 garlic cloves. I will taste this pepper before using it because I'm not sure how spicy it is. I'll slice my onion, cut up the green pepper, remove the stem, it comes right out, and tap the seeds right into a bowl. Now I'll cut the red pepper, and taste it. Spicy. Okay. Ooh. I'll be using just 1/4 of this pepper because it's very hot and I don't want it to overpower all the other vegetables. I'll cut up my eggplant into cubes. Have you seen prettier eggplant? It's so beautiful. Give the garlic a good whack. And the peel comes right off. Roughly chop the garlic. Now I'll cut up my tomato. So we've got all our vegetables chopped up and ready. Fresh basil from my garden that I'm going to throw in at the end. And some fresh sprigs of thyme. I'm going to throw that in whole. I've heated up a large pan and I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Put in my onions and garlic. Add a little salt. We'll cook this for a couple of minutes until soft. The onions are soft and I'm going to add the rest of my vegetables. If you don't want the heat, you can leave the red pepper out. Just add maybe a little bit of red chili flakes. You can add as much heat or as little as you want. I just couldn't resist the red spicy pepper. It just looks so beautiful. I left the skin on the eggplant and it's really mild and tasty. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. All the vegetables are super fresh and they really taste good and they don't have to be cooked to death. Now I'll add my fresh tomato. Look how beautiful that color is. Oh, it's gorgeous. A little bit more salt. At this point, I'm going to add my fresh sprigs of thyme. Cover and cook for a few minutes until the tomatoes are soft. After a few minutes, the tomatoes have cooked down a little. You could taste this. At this point, you can add a little bit more salt if you'd like. This does need a little bit more salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Just gonna tear up my basil leaves. Mix that in. Give it a little bit of olive oil. Smells really good. And turn the heat off. This is so healthy. It's absolutely fresh because everything is from the farm. Just picked a few minutes ago. Really doesn't get fresher than this. It's ready to eat. You know, the pepper is cooked but it's held its shape. The eggplant is cooked but it's not fallen apart and mushy. Some of the tomatoes have fallen apart and some are still a little chunky, which is what you want. You don't want it to be a complete melty sauce. Toss this with your cooked pasta and you have a fresh, healthy summer meal. Now this is great for adults, but if I serve this to a child, they're probably not going to eat it because of all the chunky stuff going on in there. They're definitely not going to eat this eggplant. So what I would do is just puree this in a blender and put that over pasta because kids seem to like a simple pureed sauce as opposed to chunky, big chunky vegetables. So yes, I know it's a shame to puree it, but if you want your kid to eat it, then you have to puree it and put it over some pasta and they'll eat it and it's still healthy. It's the same fresh vegetables, all the vitamins and nutrients of these fresh picked vegetables. If you're trying to eat healthier, this is a perfect vegetarian dish to try. I have to tell you, I've never had eggplant that tasted so good. This is the best eggplant that I've ever had in my life. And I didn't cook it to death. I can still eat it in these chunky pieces. They've absorbed all the flavors of the tomato and the other vegetables, all the juices of them, and it's so good. And you could top it with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. If you have a chance, make sure you take your family to a pick your own farm so you can see how vegetables and fruits are grown. And even better, you can smell them and taste them right on the farm. It's a really fun day trip and you can make a quick, fresh dinner when you get home. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time.